Hi, I'm Lenore. I'm a singer and a voice teacher. Today I'm doing something I never thought I would be doing, which is a reaction video to my own performance. Last week I was in Berlin. I did a memorial service and I sang a few songs there. And I will talk you through this as we watch that. It's a Hebrew song and it's called Hachol Yizkor. That means the sand will remember. Very sad song, very beautiful. You'll hear it. Let's get going. And I'll give you my opinion about it. I can assure you it's not going to be lenient. Already you can see I'm nervous. Like, here we go. Okay, I just have to say the first thing that comes to my attention is how beautiful the arrangement is. Shout out to Omer Franco. Yeah, I'm trying to listen to myself, but then I'm hearing the background music instead because it's just so beautiful. And of course the cello, beautiful singing, beautiful playing. The singing is okay. I didn't like the first note, and that's sort of why I wanted to do this video in the first place. When I was there on stage and I started singing, right off the bat I didn't like it. I didn't like the first note. And that's a very tricky moment because if you're on stage and you don't like the way you start the song, then the thoughts, start rolling in your head. Oh, that's not going well, is it? But I'm a professional, so I just went through it and I just kept going. So, and I'm glad I did. So you will see why in a minute. It's sort of like I can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, I can hear that it's not the best first note that I could have ever sung. But I sort of went, I gave it a little bit more time and I went into it and yeah, just kept Okay, before I start slaying myself, I will give myself one compliment. I look pretty relaxed, and as a voice teacher, I recommend that. So that's good. Nice relaxed shoulders. My arms are a little bit, turned like that. I wouldn't necessarily choose that, but I guess I was nervous. But ideally, the palms will just face my body, and that will have the shoulders relaxed. But it doesn't look like have a tense up posture. So that helps. So yes, I can hear that I have a little bit of air in my voice. Now, if I didn't know myself and I didn't know the situation I was in, I would say, yeah, it's nice and calm, it's like a bit airy, but that's a choice. It was not a choice, I didn't want it to be like that. But it didn't come out ugly, so shoo. Okay. This is very hard to do. I don't know if you've ever tried to listen to yourself or watch yourself. It's very, very helpful as a learning tool. Very difficult to do. Yeah, even if you've been doing that for a few years. Some people get used to it. I got used to it, but I still find it hard sometimes, especially when I know that I could have done better. So I could have done better vocally here. I know my abilities. I don't think it sounds horrible, but when I was on stage, and that's a very important point, when I was on stage, I thought I was sounding bad. And this is something that I'm talking about a lot with my students, and I talk about that in this course that I'm making right now. What you hear inside your head is not the same as what you hear on the outside. So when I was there on stage, I thought, holy crap, I suck. That's what was going through my head. And then at the same time, I said, just forget it. Just be expressive. Just make music. And I'm glad I did. Because it doesn't sound horrible. It could sound better. It could always sound better. This specifically, I know, could sound better. Now here my vocal cords are starting to close finally. Thank you. I think I was just reminding myself that I should use my speaking voice more. That closes the vocal cords. So that saved the second verse. I was just trying to do all the things that I already know how to do. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, flow the air, In case of doubt, when you're on stage, you just express, you just try to give a show. But if your voice is failing you, just pick one thing. And for me, the one thing that I go to always is just down, just relax everything down. And it helped. It helped. Almost broke there. I don't really have a lot to add here, except it's very difficult to watch. Here I was trying to think of the words and what they might mean. I was trying to put those out there. And it's also very abstract. The poem itself is not very clear, what exactly it's supposed to mean. So I was giving that a meaning on the spot, I guess. And that gave me automatically a little bit more voice. Another cool trick that you can do when you want to express is play around with the rhythm a little bit. So I was like, instead of singing the song the way it's written, I was playing a little, like, tiny bit and joining after the beat. I didn't feel my support there so much. Yeah, so the air management, I felt like I was like a punctured balloon. And this is very problematic in this kind of song because it's a ballad, it's a slow song, there are long phrases. So again, just go and relax everything down. That sort of did the trick. But I don't know if you can tell, but I can. that was a choice, by the way. Just to keep the last note straight, non-vibrato, very almost disappearing. I wanted to do that. I think that may be the note that I'm most pleased with. And I think that's the end. Beautiful violin playing. Beautiful. Okay. So I had colleagues, good friends of mine in the audience. They all give really good feedback, and they had no idea, right, that I didn't want to sound airy in these places, that I felt the way I felt, and that showed me that, you know, once again, that you should not judge your own sound while you're singing. And now, I mean, I'm just really critical of myself, but if it were someone else, I would just say everything that I'm saying right now, but probably in a more supportive way. So, yeah, it's a good performance? Question mark. I think it was good, but what was worrying me at the time is not necessarily the fact that my technique was not there for me, but it was the fact that it was a Memorial Day. It was, you know, there was something really important there at hand, and I wanted to serve that. I wanted to be, you know, there, you know, in the moment, in the expression of that. And when, you know, when I don't have my voice here at the palm of my hands, I'm not sure that I'm going to get into the mood and all of that. So I just did my best, and the message came through and the audience got it, and that's the most important thing. So the fact that I'm not happy about the singing does not really matter, and I think that's the lesson for today. So thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing this with me, and see you next time. Enjoy singing. Bye. Even if you don't, enjoy singing.